Okay, so I just recorded like a 20-minute video and realized that it was not recording, it was streaming, and I don't have any of it. So let's just get right into this. This is the third Gerlach devlog. It is 6/19/2025. It is now 4:17 a.m. and this is Gerlach. Um, I'm just gonna list off the things we have new. It is a couple new assets, and in Gerlach, a couple new buildings, bushes, flowers, benches, barrels, that kind of thing. Just looks a little more lived in. Power lines are extended out a little bit more. We have things like grass now. And so like another flavor of grass. The little parks a little more fleshed out. A couple more street lights. Uh, these are we're still figuring those out. The terrain's been painted a little more and like updated. I actually lost all of the terrain and had to redo it. So in some spots it's actually less detailed, but like around Gerlach it looks a little better. So yeah, Gerlach looks a little bit cleaner, or not cleaner, but like more fleshed out. Um, the next big thing that was done is water. We now have water in the game. Uh, there's no physics to it, so like you can just walk through it, like breathe under it, like it's not even there. But visually, it looks really cool, and that stuff can be added later. So yeah, water. And going on with the water, we have Pyramid Lake. The real one is like an hour away from Gerlach, but I wanted it in the game, so threw it in right here. I want to make the pyramid. I want to make some sci-fi stuff happen with the pyramid in real life. It was said the first white man that ever said it like recorded that it was glowing and like shot a laser out in the sky or something. Just eerie to think about. So if we take him at face value, I want to do something like that. I want to have like a creepy sci-fi pyramid. Uh, we have moved the water tower because Chase suggested it over there, and I think it looks good. So let's see, what else did we add? Skybox has been adjusted a bit. As you can see, it's a little bit more brighter than last time. This is the actual brightness the game will be at nighttime. I just like the vibe better. Before it was like way too dark. And this sky, we made the fog kind of match the sky, and the sky has like a creepy horror vibe. Like a gun shop, barrel, yeah. Um, let's see, let's go down. Let's just get right to some of the best parts. So we have a raycast manager. This is basically a selection system that we will be able to use to open doors, pick up stuff, click on things and see what they are, like examine stuff, like basically anything that's like not shooting that you want to select something for. We now have a framework for that. This took me about 5 days to make with ChatGPT. You can see right here is the tree click raycast and the interactable object. This is like the selection system. So yeah, it's kind of janky. I use ChatGPT to make it. I'm sure there's much more efficient, proper ways to do this, but it works. So we have selection system, music. We now have music that plays and like a soundtrack. And I did a lot of hunting for like good songs and stuff. It's kind of hard to find copyright free stuff. So until I make my own, I found a song I really liked. It's a placeholder song. There's no copyright, and we have the framework for setting up like a sound, like an ambient sound system. It's the music manager, and then I can copy and paste this and create like a system that plays like, for instance, if you're walking through the playa and there's like a cicada out there, I can make cicadas cue to play when you're walking on the playa to add to the ambience. Um, Let's see, what else do we do? So we got music, we got a selection system now. We have my favorite part, dun 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 dun, a gun. We have a shooting gun. Working on muzzle flash currently. It's not fully finished. We're using, what are we using? We got like a little bullet that I made. I started a YouTube tutorial and it didn't really work all that great, so I used ChatGPT and kind of got a functioning system, which I will demonstrate right now. Yeah, you can hear the soundtrack. Okay, so this is the gun. Check it out. There it is, it's shooting. I wanted to make the bullets glow. It's kind of difficult to do that, but that's the next things are bullets glowing, a health and damage system that corresponds with the projectiles that are being sent out, and muzzle flash, which I currently have muzzle flash, but it looks terrible, so I have it turned off. Yeah, we got these barriers added because I couldn't figure out how to blend roads, and this is a temporary solution to that. Just walk around the town a little bit. Alright, and the final thing is the selection manager. What is this? You want to go up to this tree and see what this is? You can barely read it. I need to adjust it, but this is the tree of sacrifice. Using a sound effect I created in Ableton, inspired by the Silent Hill. So now you go up to stuff, get some information from it. This is the Shrine of Mourning. This took me like 5 days to figure out how to do. Yep. Cool. This is the best game in the world. You can sprint backwards as fast as you can run forwards. Let's see. What else is there? A little more textures and a little more care. Like a couple of buildings have been retextured, and there's been more like emphasis on the shaders. So I've downloaded PSX shaders and applied them to all the textures to match the PSX aesthetic. I think I've got just about all of them. I've also decreased the resolution to 256 for all textures in the scene. That looks like it might be higher. Pretty much all of them. I might have missed a few. Working on that. Like this one for sure. I liked the way this one came out. It looks very like PlayStation-y. Oh yeah, we figured out a nice shader that matched the PSX aesthetic for the tree that didn't totally ruin it a lot. That was pretty difficult. A lot of the shaders for that turn the leaves into like blocks. So bypass that. Every tree in the game is gonna have these leaves. These like gray leaves. So This is just about every feature. I kind of just wanted to skim over it because I recorded this like 3 times. So I just noticed this. So yeah, that's everything. So in conclusion, the goal for the next 13 days, which is when I'll drop the next devlog, is um, fully working weapon system with damage and like a little more fleshed out shooting system. Uh, and then NPCs. So an NPC that also has the damage system that you can like shoot and like fight back against. And of course, throughout all this is also placing a few new assets, fleshing Gerlach out a little more, maybe doing another road to another town, doing some world building, maybe buying a pack or two, keeping it under like $20. I'm open to that. And yeah, that is everything in this week's devlog. Have a good day.